Good morning, everyone. Could I have your attention, please? It's an absolute pleasure to welcome you to our final all-school assembly of the year. I'm going to ask you all to please stand as we welcome the class of 2019 for the time. Could we give our seniors one more round of applause? Please be seated. Welcome to our final all-school assembly of the year. I'm sure that virtually everyone in the room knows that today is the day we celebrate our seniors in a very special way. Our little Acorns, our pre-K, kindergarten, and first graders, of course, will present the first diplomas of the year to our seniors, a group of students who, for the past 1 to 14 years, have accomplished ever so much here at school and outside of school. It's a terrific group of seniors. Consistent with the process that we have, what I'd love to do is to ask those seniors who were little Acorns, pre-K, kindergarten, or first graders, our lifers, to please stand so we can acknowledge you this one time. Thank you. And I hate to say this, but I remember you in vivid fashion at that time. The years have passed very, very quickly. It's a wonderfully busy and good time here at school, and there are a lot of other things. Today we'll also honor some honorary alums of the school. Neil Regino, our Alumni Council President, will be good enough to join us to do that. Before we actually move into the assembly and hear a lot of music and other presentations, I want to take a moment and acknowledge any number of our students who have been working hard and performing across the board. Of course, this is the heart of the season for our athletic program in terms of playoffs. What I'd like to do is to ask all of our spring athletes to be kind enough to stand so that we can give them a round of applause. And though I may have it not quite right, and someone will correct me, I'm sure, our boys lacrosse team lost a cliffhanger to ANC for the championship game, but played an incredibly hard and good game and had a wonderful season. I believe our softball team, weather permitting, will play later today. I enjoyed watching our boys tennis team win its semifinal match last weekend, and it will play for the championship, I do believe, tomorrow. Am I right about that? And that's here, I think. Am I right? Wishing them well. And our girls lacrosse team, which won its semifinal match also last weekend, will play the championship tomorrow against GFS. Could we give them a round of applause too, please? Sorry. And our boys baseball team, which upset Friends Central in the semifinal and will play tomorrow against the Westtown School. One more round of applause. I don't want to forget our crew program, which has the Stotesbury Regatta this weekend and then the national championships next weekend. Wishing them well as well. Of course, this is the time for performing arts in lots of different ways, recitals left and right. We got to see our upper school and lower school musicals earlier in April and beginning of this month, and our Gen, the presentation by our upper school last weekend at Alumni Weekend. But this weekend is our middle school musical going to be performed. Mary Poppins, I believe, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday night. Sunday afternoon. Could I ask our middle school musical people to please stand so we can acknowledge them? Customarily at our all-school assemblies, I acknowledge those celebrating birthdays at the end of our assembly, but what I'd like to do, because of the busyness of today's event, is to acknowledge them at this particular point. And I'm going to ask our students to please stand, our colleagues to follow, and then we'll acknowledge those celebrating birthdays today. And I know Mr. Casilla is going to be good enough to play for us. So our students this week are Riley Abnett, Brian McDade, Jordan Callender, Ryan Callender, Taylor Wells, Reed Holland, Gray Meckley, Sarah Kaplan, Sam Gorin, Grace Carvello. Colleagues, Chris Sereno, Kristen Jaffe, Sane Sue, Jamie Carolee, Heather Riley, and Mark Statina. And today's birthdays, if they'd be kind enough to stand, John Parsons, Cassandra Fu, Maggie Horning, and Scarlett Jacoby. Could they all stand? And Mr. Casilla, if you'd be kind enough. So, as you know, this is our assembly where we acknowledge any number of people in addition to our seniors who will be moving on. We have a number of colleagues in the community who will be moving on, and what I'd like to do is to acknowledge all of them. In honor of all of them, I'm going to ask those who have been here 20 years or longer, whom I will acknowledge, to be kind enough to stand and please come forward so I could present each of you with flowers. That would be great. The inimitable and incredibly talented college counselor here since 1999, which was actually her second tenure here at Shipley, Ms. Kaboski. Also since 1999, Patty Walker. Since 1998, and also one of our honorary alums today, Michael Joy. Since 1995, and a graduate of the school as well, Mr. Jay Jennings. Since 1993, Karen Brown. Also since 1993, Sonny Greenberg. And though he does not happen to be able to be here today, I would like to ask you to join me in giving a round of applause to Doc Mornelli, who's been here since 1984. And if you would not mind, join me in one more round of applause, not just for those I've just announced or those who will be leaving, but for all of the colleagues who make up this wonderful school. Give them a round of applause. In a school that is defined, committed to excellence, love of learning, and compassionate participation in the world, but defined by the relationships that take place within the school, those colleagues play an important, ongoing, and fundamental role into everything they do and everything we do, and I will be forever grateful to all of them. So thank you very, very, very much. So we begin to move in to the piece of remembering people and acknowledging people. I ask you to pause, take a breath for just a minute or two. And once we get through to singing the Star-Spangled Banner, we'll turn to the acknowledgement of our honorary alums, and Neil Regino, our Alumni Council President, will explain it. What I'm going to ask is that as we have each honorary recipient, as his or her name is called at the beginning, to be kind enough to come up and stand in the front between Neil and me so that we can acknowledge you appropriately. But for others in the room, take the time to listen to the things that you hear and think about those things that have made a difference, not just in your year, but perhaps your careers here and what's going to move forward for all of you. I think you'll find today's events, both the honoring of our honorary alums and, of course, the acknowledgement of our seniors, to be extra special. With that in mind, I ask you all to please stand for the playing and singing of our national anthem. So I must admit that when our orchestra began playing the national anthem any number of assemblies ago, I found myself to be incredibly touched by the way they do it and reintroducing it to us as something important to do on an ongoing basis. So my thanks to our orchestra for it and for all of the other pieces it and our other musical groups play. Could you give them a round of applause, please? Importantly, before I welcome Neil, whom I had the privilege to hand a diploma to back in 2003, there is a group that I want to acknowledge who are here, who have made an extraordinary difference to our students since they were born. We have many of our parents of the class of 2019 and also parents of our little Acorns who are here today. Could I ask them all to please stand so we could give them a round of applause? It's been an extraordinary ride. At this particular time, it's my privilege to call upon our Alumni Council President, as I've already said, a graduate of the class of 2003, a wonderful supporter of this school in every way, formerly just a terrific member of the community as a student here, and ever since he's graduated, he's come back to find a way to make a difference any way he could. He's doing a wonderful job as our Alumni Council President and also as a member of our Board of Trustees. Would you join me in giving Neil Regino a round of applause?
Good morning. So I'm the Alumni Council President. The Alumni Council is a group of volunteer individuals who work directly with colleagues on a variety of initiatives to improve engagement among alumni. Over the last year as the Council President, I've been able to travel the country with Steve to Chicago, San Francisco, LA, DC, Boston, New York. We've had a lot of alumni events to allow our alumni to reconnect with each other and with the school, and we've seen a significant increase. It's been such a great community. I'm so honored to be part of it. I'm really excited for the class of 2019 to be part of it. You know, some of my best friends that I still hang out with on a regular basis are from this school, and I hope the same thing happens for all of you that are sitting over there. Today, we're honoring 5 members and welcoming them into the alumni community. In order to be a member or even considered for this honorary title, you have to have served at least 12 years as either a faculty or an administrative staff. We took a lot of time to really decide who belongs in this group and who we want to welcome into the community that we've been part of, and I'm really excited to invite the 5 members in today. They've had a tremendous positive and long-lasting impact on their students. And those people who Steve has alluded to are Bonnie Goldstein, Michael Joy, Mike Craw, Ann Smith, and Rick Sapovitz. So throughout the rest of the assembly, we've asked a number of students to introduce each one of these individuals. And like Steve said, they're going to come up here as the students read off the citation that we're going to hand them. We just ask that you come up and stand between Steve and I. So the first person to be honored is Bonnie Goldstein.
Good morning. My name is Sarah Kaplan, and I am in the 9th grade. Miss Bonnie Goldstein joined Shipley as a colleague in 1994 and is currently celebrating her 25th year as an art teacher in the lower school. During her 25 years at Shipley, Miss Goldstein has inspired countless students to appreciate and enjoy creating art. And whether or not they realized it at the time, they were also learning about themselves in the process. As Dr. Poach says, Bonnie is one of the most understated and creative people I have ever met. She and Kathy Chapman were the creative force behind the making of the amazing gator ceramic in the lower school. Bonnie's remarkable belief in each student and her commitment to helping all students appreciate who they are as people, as they discovered and developed their own creativity as budding artists, has been beyond compare. As one of her former students, I was able to experience this firsthand. Ms. Goldstein's dedication to art and her belief in the importance of art education for young people is felt in every class she teaches. Ms. Goldstein is known for her inventiveness and for the individual time and attention she gives to each student. She also spends a significant amount of time every year ensuring that each lower school student is able to exhibit his or her artwork in the lower school art show. Ms. Goldstein has also been an active member of the community, participating in a multitude of service learning projects, including Crayons to Crowns and the Martin Luther King Jr. Service Learning Day, leading knitting clubs, serving on all school committees, such as the Professional Development Committee and the Annual Fund Committee, and volunteering for Special Olympics and Super Saturday. In 2004, with her colleague Kathy Chapman, Ms. Goldstein received the Colleague Recognition Award. Later, in 2012, she was recognized with the Margaret Bailey Spear Distinguished Teachers Award, also of Ms. Chapman. She is a true asset to Shipley and to the Fine Arts program, and she is adored by her students and colleagues alike. We are so thankful for all that Ms. Goldstein has done for Shipley, and it is our privilege to induct her as an honorary alumna of the Shipley School.
Good morning. My name is Lexi Wojtewicz, and I am in the 11th grade. Mr. Michael Joy first joined the Shipley community in 1998 as a choir director and general music teacher, and 1 year later, he began his current role of director of the lower school handchime ensemble and the upper and middle school handbell ensembles. From the very start of Mr. Joy's 21-year tenure at Shipley, he made it known that he wanted to develop the best handbell program he could imagine and coordinated the purchase of a 3-octave bell set in his first year to help make it a reality. As Dr. Pilch says, quote, "When Michael arrived at Shipley, he expressed his desire to build a handbell program. Well, Michael, you've certainly done yourself and Shipley proud in that regard." Others may not know that in addition to being a talented educator, Michael is an accomplished composer. You may recall his piece, "Courage from the Need, Grace from the Doing," from our 125th anniversary all-school assembly. I look forward to hearing much more from Michael as he finds more time for composing during retirement, end quote. Mr. Joy is known for his sense of humor and no-nonsense approach to music education. He instills in his students both a love of music and the value of hard work and determination in achieving their goals. In addition to his role in the classroom and on stage, Mr. Joy has enjoyed getting to know his students outside of handbells, participating alongside them in service learning and judging a middle school field day. We thank him for all he has contributed to Shipley over the past 21 years and wish him the very best in retirement. In 2013, Mr. Joy received the Colleague Recognition Award. Now, we are proud to induct him as an honorary alumnus and a member of the Shipley Alumni Association, where he joins his children, Amanda Chandler Joy, class of 2003, and Andrew Joy, class of 2007.
Could you join me and give the middle school strings and the upper schools who joined them a resounding round of applause? Thank you. Though I didn't mention it before, most, if not all of you know that this is also the assembly where we get to see our current school president turn over the reins to our next school president. So as I thank Henry and Frank and all of the student leaders of this year, I find myself incredibly confident that Declan and Jerry and the student government to be are going to do an equally impressive job. Would you give all of our student leaders a round of applause? And now it's my absolute privilege. Here is our all-school president for 2018-19, Henry Katz.
Wow. Who would have ever thought that the 4-year-old kid wearing an oversized Shipley sweatshirt with a fresh bowl cut before walking into his first day of pre-K would have ended up speaking in front of all of you at his final all-school assembly? Well, while I may have held on to my mom's leg before she forced me through the doors, I can confidently say that my parents sending me to Shipley almost 14 years ago was one of the best decisions they have ever made. While I may not remember that day very well, I'll never forget walking into Mrs. Redding's pre-K classroom, sitting down and smiling across the room at this one kid, Ethan Nagorski, who instantly became my best friend. A lot of things had to go right for me to get to this point. There are countless moments and people that have led to this, and I cannot be more grateful or humbled to be standing in front of all of you this morning as Shipley's all-school president. Shipley has been the biggest part of my life over the past 14 years, and I cannot help but be nervous and even a little scared of what my life will bring after I graduate in a month's time. Because after tomorrow, there is no more advisory, no more hanging out with my friends in the lounge, no more school store snacks in the middle of class when I say I'm going to the bathroom, no more planning assemblies and dressing up in costume on spirit days, no more cheering on my friends from the sideline or getting up on stage and embarrassing myself with my subpar vocal skills and less than mediocre dancing ability. After tomorrow, my time as all-school president will be over. But as I reflect on the past 14 years, I know it wasn't the snacks or the spirit days, the free periods in the lounge or the sports games that made this place so special. It is the people. For if my time at Shipley has taught me anything, it is to appreciate the little things in life. For one day, I will look back and realize that those really were the big things. And while I know there have been countless people in my life that have helped me get here, there are just a few that I must recognize today. To Miss Dadar, in my opinion, you have the hardest job in this school. You have to simultaneously balance the wants and needs of students with the wants and needs of our teachers. In my 4 years of high school, I saw 3 people serve as Dean of Students, and I can confidently say that you have done the most remarkable job of all. To be good at your job, you need to be organized, personable, kind, and understanding. but those characteristics are just the beginning when it comes to the amazing things you do for Shipley students and faculty. You constantly kept me in check this year during the highs and lows of my presidency and constantly kept me on track with what I wanted to achieve. Thank you. To Dr. Pilch, few people get the privilege of being ahead of school, and even fewer get the opportunity to stay at one place for 27 years. I will never forget going to your office for a meeting after last year's election. You sat me down and told me that you were my biggest advocate. You told me that no matter what the decision was, no matter what advice I needed, you would always be there for me. Whether it was over the course of the following year, while I am in college, or 20 years from now, you would always be there for me. And while I may think 14 years in one place is a lot, 27 is almost double that. So I know the emotions I am feeling right now are there for you too. So as I embark on the next chapter of my life, Dr. Pilch, I want you to know that I will always be here for you. No matter the decision, what advice you need, it is my turn to give back to you. To the 14 years of education and character building you have provided for me, to the 14 years of life you have given me at the best place on earth. Thank you. Now, to my Vice President, Frank Fumo. It is rare that a president is able to find a vice president that he works really well with. But what is even more rare is when your vice president is also your best friend. I'll never forget the night after this year's Super Saturday when I texted you and thanked you for your hard work on what was arguably one of the most defining moments of our senior year. You responded with the following text: "That was actually amazing. Let's keep this ball rolling. They're going to be putting statues of us up by the end of the year." Well, I haven't heard of any plans for the statues of us going up just yet. I decided I would get you a statue of your own. Frank, thank you for being one of the hardest workers I've ever met. Going into this year, I had great expectations for you, and I can confidently say that you exceeded those expectations. Every idea I had went through you, every decision, every moment, good or bad. The words thank you do not do justice to the support you have given me this year. I am forever indebted to your service. Do you want to give it to me?
I got you a little something too, Hank.
To my mom and dad, if it wasn't for your constant love and support, I would not be standing up here today. Together, you have spent 21 years in the lower school, 9 years in the middle school, and 12 years in the upper school. I think I just heard my dad let out a sigh of relief knowing he's done paying all that tuition. But if it wasn't for your expertise over the years and knowledge of Shipley, I would not be up here today. I may not always say it, but I'm going to miss you two the most when I leave for college next fall. Your unconditional love and support have shaped me in ways I cannot express, and I am so thankful for all of it. But there's one last person I need to talk about, Declan Buckley. I was excited when I found out this kid had won the election. Declan is experienced and hilarious. He works hard and understands how to do the job. I'll never forget the day Declan won the election and I saw him in the hallway. I went up to him to go shake his hand, and I was pushed to the side by one of his friends who said, "Excuse me, sir, Secret Service coming through, you cannot touch the president." I said, "Excuse me, sir, but I am the president." Declan turned to his friend and said, "Dude, stop, you're embarrassing me." But as is tradition, I have a few gifts for Declan. The first is the presidential briefcase. This briefcase has been in the hands of the past 4 all-school presidents. It's filled with extremely important documents regarding the safeguarding of Shipley, and I need you to look at me when I say this. You cannot lose this briefcase. I'm not at liberty to say what will happen if you lose the briefcase, but just know it won't be good. Here you go. The second gift I have for you is this specially engraved nameplate, which says, Declan Buckley, all-school president. Not only do I expect this nameplate to sit on your desk at home, I challenge you to bring it with you everywhere you go next year. Here are some examples. Reading in the Lark, or up at the podium, at the water fountain, or in the bathroom, or sleeping in the lounge. No, seriously, if I come back and visit next year and you don't have this, I will be seriously upset. Declan, I cannot wait to see the amazing things you accomplish next year as all-school president. Thank you to Shipley for 14 amazing years. Thank you to all of the amazing teachers, friends, and classmates. Honestly, thank you does not do this place justice. I love you, Shipley. And for the final time, my name is Henry Katz, and I'm your all-school president. Thank you. And one more thing, Declan, here's the keys to the Mercedes.
That car is going to be great because I never really learned how to parallel park. Hello, everybody. My name is Declan Buckley, and I'm excited to be your 2019-2020 all-school president. I would like to start by thanking Henry on what an incredible job he's done this year. I truly have a tough act to follow. My first experience with Hank in a leadership role was when he was my JV soccer captain during my freshman year. The season was a lot of fun, but we certainly had our ups and downs. After one loss that I took particularly hard, I remember lying down on the field without the will or the desire to get up. That's when Hank came over to me, pulled me up off the ground, and said, "Great job today, Declan. We wouldn't have had a shot to win this game if it wasn't for you." Now, having just scored an own goal in the final minutes of the game to cost our team the match, I found that statement a little hard to believe. However, it did make me feel a lot better and showed just what kind of leader Henry is. So, with that being said, Henry, today, my first gift to you is this phone right here. If you're ever feeling as down as I was and need someone to help you get off the ground, I'm only a call away. My next gift is a little bit more fun. Though he will be attending Penn next year, I know that Hank will always be a Duke basketball fan. Therefore, I've decided to give you this life-size cardboard cutout of Duke star Zion Williamson. Along with their striking physical resemblance, Henry and Zion both also transformed their school for the better this year through hard work and perseverance. Henry, I know you're destined for great things in life, and I can't wait to see where college takes you. Having seen Henry and 10 other presidents do amazing work in this role, I am ready to follow in their footsteps. I love the strong sense of community that this school exhibits, and I can't wait to see that sense expressed in both our school events and in our day-to-day activities. Though I am sad to see Dr. Pilch go, who has been such a great mentor to me during my 11 years here and an outstanding leader to this school during his 27 years. I am excited to work with Mr. Turner to help continue to take this school to great places. Next year may not be Shipley's 125th, but I know that together we can make it equally as special. There's a lot of great things still to come in this assembly, and I'll be able to talk to you all again real soon. So, for the first time, I'm Declan Buckley, your all-school president. Thank you.
Good morning again. My name is Henry Katz, and I'm a senior. I'll be attending the University of Pennsylvania in the fall. Mr. Mike Crow first joined the Shipley community in 1994 as a housekeeper for the school. After a few years, he trained to become a security guard, a position he holds to this day. He has kept one foot in housekeeping, serving as the night watch overseer for Shipley's cleaners and ensuring their supplies are ordered and kept fully stocked. Mr. Crow is an exemplar of Shipley's mission. Of his 25 years with the school, Dr. Pilch says, "I'm not sure anyone at Shipley has been more willing to help and to do whatever it takes to support the community than Mike Crow. Mike has great passion and terrific compassion. He approaches his work with incredible grace. He has been a fabulous representative of the school in every regard." Mr. Crow works second shift starting at 4 p.m. and ending well after everyone has left the buildings and playing fields for the day. He is known for being thorough, precise, and a terrific problem solver. He is a forward thinker and is generally a few steps ahead of you. He is caring, compassionate, and always willing to go the extra mile for the school and our students and colleagues. Above all, Mr. Crow embraces the community as part of his own family and reflects that love and warmth back to everyone he encounters. In 2001, Mr. Crow was recognized by the Shipley Board of Trustees with the Trustee Award for Excellence. In 2012, Mr. Crow received the Colleague Recognition Award along with the entire physical plant department. We are proud now to induct Mike Crow as an honorary alumnus of the Shipley School.
Surprise was ruined a while ago. Good morning. My name is Megan Smith, class of 2014.
And my name is Shannon Smith, class of 2016.
So we're Ann Smith's daughters, and we were both Shipley lifers. Miss Smith, or Mom as we call her, has been a middle school Latin teacher at Shipley since 1994, before either of us were born. Of her time at Shipley, Dr. Pilch says, "Anne came to Shipley with a passion for Latin and learning and true compassion for students and colleagues. Her contributions to the school have been remarkable in the classroom and beyond. Ann Smith has worked tirelessly over the years to reinforce the quality of the Latin program in middle school, creating a wonderful foundation for the upper school Latin program along the way. Her enthusiasm and commitment to the development of kids as students and people is remarkable. Moreover, she believes in our mission, one of excellence, love of learning, compassionate participation in the world. She lives our motto, courage for the deed, grace for the doing." Our mom's classroom is symbolic of how she teaches. It is interactive and full of artifacts and models. She strives to help Latin come alive through hands-on learning. Mom has further enriched her courses through Shipley's participation in the Philadelphia Classical Society and the National Latin Exam. Her passion for teaching and learning also extends to Italy, and she has led many unique and memorable middle school trips there throughout her tenure.
In addition to her role in the classroom, Mom has been a 6th, 7th, and 8th grade dean, co-leads the middle school mentoring program, and enjoys sharing her love of horses with students through service learning. She has also served for a number of years as co-chair of the annual Colleague Awards. In 2001, Mom received the Founders Chair Award, and a few years later, in 2004, she received the Margaret Bailey Spear Distinguished Teachers Award, along with her longtime colleague and dear friend, Lynn Yotzo. In honor of all she has done for Shipley, and in recognition of the colleague, mentor, and friend she has been to all, we are proud today to induct our mother, Ann Smith, as an honorary alumna of the Shipley School.
Let's just let her go.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Caroline Feldman, 7th and 8th grade science teacher here and former alum of the Shipley School. One of the things I like most about teaching is not only do I get to see my students thrive in the classroom, but also in other areas. I have had the opportunity to produce the middle school musical for the past 9 years, including ones that Henry was in. Each year, it has been absolutely magical to see how talented the students are in this community, whether it be on stage or behind the scenes. Sometimes there are no words to describe how stupendous the actual middle school musical is. In fact, it might be supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Enjoy the cast from this year's middle school musical, Mary Poppins, performing one of my favorite scenes in the show.
Guys, everyone listen to this.
That's not a word. Of course it is. And unless I'm very much mistaken, I think it's going to prove to be a rather useful one. When trying to express oneself, it's frankly quite absurd to leaf through lengthy lexicons to find the perfect word. A little spontaneity keeps conversation keen. You need to find a way to say precisely what you mean. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, even though the sound of it is something quite atrocious. If you say it loud enough, you'll always sound precocious. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Diddle little little diddle I, diddle little little diddle I, diddle little little diddle I, diddle little little diddle I. Stonehenge men were chatting, simply grunting would suffice.
Though if they heard, they might have used this words once or twice.
I'm sure Egyptian pharaohs would have grasped it in a jiff, and every single pyramid would bear this hieroglyph. Oh, supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Say it and wild animals will not seem so ferocious. Add some further flourishes, it's so cautious.
The Druids could have carved it on their mighty monoliths.
The Romans, I'm certain they would use them in their myths. I'm sure the Roman Empire only entered the abyss because those Latin scholars never heard a word like this. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. If you say it softly, the effect can be atrocious.
Check your breath before you speak in case it's halitosis.
Yeah. Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Diddle little little diddle I, diddle little little diddle I, diddle little little diddle I, diddle little little diddle I. You know, you can say it backwards. Would you see how ecoli is the gaff of the creepus? She may be tricky, but she's bloody good.
Pick out those 16 consonants and 18 vowels as well, and put it in an order which is very hard to spell. Smarty pants.
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Even though the sound of it is something quite atrocious. If you say it loud enough, you'll always sound precocious. Supercalifragilistic, supercalifragilistic, supercalifragilistic.
Good morning. My name is Frank Froome and I am a senior. I will be attending Gettysburg College in the fall. Shipley is fortunate to have had Mr. Rick Sapovitz as a colleague not once but twice. Mr. Sapovitz first joined the Shipley community in 1982 when the boarding program was in its final year, and left in 1987. He returned in the mid-1990s, eventually retiring from his role as food service director in the fall of 2017. As Dr. Pilch says, in Rick's more than 20 years at Shipley, he and his team did a terrific job not only in the daily preparation of our food, but in creating a welcoming dining experience for our community, students and colleagues alike. Rick knew that the dining program is much more than about food. He and his team only got better over the years, especially when the opening of the Shipley Commons several years ago. Along the way, he developed some long-standing and important relationships with colleagues, parents, and students. Rick's blood runs blue and green. He is a true Shipley Gator. To Mr. Sapovitz, food is love, and he demonstrated his love of the Shipley community on a daily basis. He contributed regularly to the school's service learning projects, including the Will Tripley tutoring program, the Thanksgiving turkey drive, and the Empty Bowls dinner. As long as students were involved, he was 100% on board, rarely, if ever, saying no to an idea, and always the first one to say yes to helping out. Mr. Sapovitz always never turned away a hungry student. There was always food to be found, no matter what time it was. Even on snow days, he would come to campus and make sure the members of the physical plant department could be fed. In 2006, Mr. Sapovitz, with his team, received the Colleague Recognition Award. We are so proud today to induct Mr. Rick Sapovitz as an honorary alumnus of the Shipley School.
So have you guys heard we've been asked to write something for the all-school assembly?
About what?
The Shipley sisters. Who were they?
Wow.
I'm kidding. Don't worry.
All right, so, yeah. How are we gonna start the script?
I don't know.
We could just, introduce the school and when it was founded.
It looks good, but, when was it founded? Was founded in the year 1894. The president was Grover Cleveland.
Oh, and Coca-Cola was selling Coca-Cola in bottles for the first time.
Oh yeah, it looks like women were mostly expected to stay at home and care for the family. However, at this time, women who were fortunate were starting to rebel against the social norms and seek a higher education.
Oh, and it also looks like Milton Hershey established the Hershey Chocolate Factory in Lancaster, PA. And dang it, now I want chocolate. Focus. I'm hungry. Focus. All right, and anyways, while all of this was happening, Shipley was founded by the three sisters. So there was Hannah, Elizabeth, and Catherine, in order to prepare students for Bryn Mawr College.
I don't think we can do it. What do you mean? The school, we can't do it.
Elizabeth, we are all nervous.
No, we've been campaigning for months by putting around our posters and begging parents to let their kids come to our school. Now we are 3 days away from opening, and what do we have? 6 students and 9 faculty members, including ourselves.
This school is brand new. We have to build up a reputation. Hannah is right.
You both don't understand. These people are not Cincinnati Quakers like we are. They do not raise their children to value a woman's education. These girls will grow up and marry a rich man or take care of their kids. Their parents will not appreciate us trying to give them a well-rounded education.
Bryn Mawr is successful.
Bryn Mawr was created by Dr. Joseph Taylor, a man. A man creating a school for kids is significantly different than 3 women doing the same.
But we are just as qualified and determined as he is. Catherine, you graduated first in your class at Bryn Mawr and won the first Bryn Mawr European Fellowship. And Elizabeth, you graduated from Cincinnati Western Female College. We all attended some of the best major universities in Europe and know how important an education is. The students believe in us, their parents believe in us, and they are counting on all three of us to give them the best education possible.
You know what? You guys are right. In 3 days' time, the Mrs. Shipley School for Girls, preparatory to Bryn Mawr College, will open its doors, and we will be ready.
Remember, we are creating the women of the future.
From afar, as strangers came we with our aims of youth. Love and friendship do we owe thee, friends we are in truth. Hail our colors, speed them onward, Shipley, hail to thee, Shipley! Green for hope we always cherish, blue for loyalty. Worthy standards hast thou brought us, steadfast will we be. Truth and honor hast thou taught us, thanks we give to thee. Hail our colors, speed them onward, Shipley, hail to thee, Shipley! Green for hope we always cherish, blue for loyalty.
We are certainly glad that the Shipley sisters chose to open the school 125 years ago. Could we give our wonderful performers a round of applause? We are just about to move into the honoring of our seniors in celebration of our 125th year. As we prepare to do that, and I call on Mr. Gaines, would everyone please stand to stretch for just a moment? Everybody stand and stretch.
Good morning. My name is Mr. Gaines. I'm this year's senior class dean. And this morning, I have the honor of presenting to you the class of 2019, our Mighty Oaks, for the Acorns to Oaks ceremony.
Last fall, the senior class welcomed pre-K, kindergarten, and first grade kids to Shipley at the first all-school assembly. We were new to Shipley, like tiny acorns in a rich and abundant soil. The seniors looked like mighty oak trees to us then. Today they look even stronger and more fully grown. Over the year, we have had a chance to get to know our mighty oaks. And now we, the Acorns, would like to say goodbye and good luck to them. From pre-K, kindergarten, and first grade acorns to the senior oak trees, diplomas from the Shipley forest.
Good morning. My name is Nadia Weitzel, and I am in the 11th grade. Davis Block. Andrew Brose. Roger Irwin. Jacob Israeli. Henry Katz. Isabella Scardapane. William Kligerman. Ethan Klein. Ethan Nagorski. Sydney Nagorski.
Good morning. My name is Emma Strawbridge, and I'm in the 10th grade. Ruby Rich. Liam Riley. Jake Rampula. Ellie Shapiro. Matt Sherman. Lucy Ulrich. Zach Cahoon. Matthew Kaplan. Connor Daly. Emma Durham.
Good morning, my name is John Bazraelian and I'm in the 9th grade. Lucia Helmers. Sarah Engelman. Nikki Janzer. Evan Johnson. Bobby Kent. Allison McDonald. Sakshi Naval. Aaron Schwank. Zoe Quayle. Logan Stone.
Hello, I'm Aisling Smith, and I'm in the 8th grade. Ben Ashkenazi. Riley Abnett. Easton Bay. Jesse Barroway. Mecca Harris. Mia Berardino. Sophie Biesecker. Anna Camden. Talia Chairman. Sean Chan.
Good morning. My name is Ethan Yu, and I'm in the 7th grade. Jude Core. Spencer D. Max Devon. Grace Donnelly. Teddy Isle. Matt Field. Kim Frank. Phoebe Fry. Frank Fumo. George Gang.
Hi, my name is Razia Mia, and I'm in the 6th grade. Nate Gillen. Kyla Godorecki. Grace Gordon. Maggie Holloway. Maxwell Homans. Okay. Grant Jacoby. Aisha Johnson. Lindsay Keith. Melanie Kelly. James Landman.
Hello, my name is Roshan Nagar and I'm in the 5th grade. Brennan Leach. Johnny Leonard. Aaron Liao. Henry Long. Ross Liu. Ben McDonald. Zach Medeska. Sheamus McGee. Nico Malabayu. Steph Morrison.
Good morning. My name is Adam Hornberger and I'm in 4th grade. Jazzy Nikala. Chaz Owens. Jared Perlstein. Kay Pierre. Chase Brando. Dylan Razinski. Gavin Rasmussen. Drew Rodak. Lauren Ross. Lila Saligman.
Hello, my name is Veronica Giardinelli Hill. Samson Sands. Kate Scott. Carly Seligman. Chloe Sobel. Lexi Sobel. Ray Somerville. Oscar Southwell.
Dollar Shave Club. Dollar and
Grace Spino. Daniel Stein.
Hi, my name is Annabelle Schomer, and I'm in the 2nd grade. Reed Sullivan. Elizabeth Toledo. Jude Tingley. Eliana Warshaw. Taylor Wells. Chloe White. Casey Winter. Mikael Zaret. Aaron Zubach.
Before we hear from the choir, there's one last diploma we'd like to give, and that's from our little Acorns to Dr. Pilch.
Good morning again. I'm Lexi Wojtewicz, and next year I'll be the senior class president. As a part of our last all-school assembly of Shipley's 125th year, we've asked the divisions to identify items they would like to include in a time capsule to be opened in 2044 on the occasion of Shipley's 150th birthday. At the end of the school year, we will seal the contents and make a final decision on where to place it. At this point, I would like to invite the middle school, Henry Turlovich, and lower school, Finn Buckley, division student representatives to come forward, and we will briefly describe what our divisions will be including in the time capsules. For the upper school, some of the items include a 2019 upper school yearbook, Beacon editions from the 2018-2019 school year, one current book in our English interdisciplinary curriculum, and a 2019-2020 course booklet.
Hello everyone. My name is Henry Turlovich and I'm in the 8th grade. The middle school brings forward the following items to place in the time capsule. Yearbook capturing the life of the middle school during our 125th celebration, a poster of Mary Poppins, our musical this year, a copy of To Kill a Mockingbird, a seminal book that all 7th graders read, an Ezra t-shirt, symbolic of our work to better our community and help others, a magic playing card to represent downtime when students get together and play and relax, and a middle school ID card and lanyard as a symbol of membership of the middle school community.
Hello, my name is Finn Buckley and I'm in 5th grade. The lower school brings forward the following items to place in the time capsule. A copy of A Rainbow of Friends, Dr. Pilch's favorite picture book, a Peter Pan playbill honoring the first lower school musical, a Rob Armstrong drawing made during a presentation to lower school representing both the accomplishment of our alumni and the importance of family, a class book of drawings from 1st grade taken directly from Dr. Pilch's private collection, a copy of Hatchet by Gary Paulson, a beloved survival-themed book read by 5th graders, and a history of the Whoopie Pie, Dr. Pilch's favorite food, and a staple of the 4th grade trip to Lancaster.
Hard to imagine that we're seeing history developed right in front of our eyes. First, as I'm sure you realize, I'm feeling quite nostalgic as I have the privilege of addressing you for the last time as the head of school. I want to thank Henry for his wonderful words, and I'd be flattered to go to you for anything that I need. But more importantly, since I'll be spending a little bit of time near Penn, perhaps we can have lunch every once in a while and we can share about each other's experience. I'll look forward to it. And my thanks to Henry and all of our student leaders, not just this year, but over the past 27. Would you give them a round of applause? I feel incredibly privileged to watch most of the Acorns to Oaks ceremony. Having had the chance to see that for as long as I have, I know how important it is to so many of our students who may not ever talk about it, and to many of our parents. Take my word for it as I watched the seniors who had been little acorns. It goes very, very quickly, so enjoy it. And I'm grateful to have been handed a diploma by them because I know to our seniors, it's much more important than the diploma I sign. That said, aren't you as parents grateful that your children take 27 years to go through school? Congratulations to all of our seniors and our little acorns one more time. It's not possible for me to do justice to all that I'm thinking or feeling, but I do want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. From my first day at Shipley, our little acorns to our mighty oaks have been welcoming, hardworking, and believing. They believed in our mission, one of excellence, love of learning, and compassionate participation in the world. And they, their parents, my colleagues, and all the people who make up the community have reinforced what our motto is about: courage for the deed, grace for the doing. With all that I could say, I recognize that if I share those thoughts to say, I'll have nothing to say at graduation. In turn, let me say that for the past 27 years, it's been a privilege to lead a community that, as much as it has been about the commitment to excellence and love of learning and compassionate participation in the world, our mission, it's really been about the people. And most people in the room know that, as pleased as I am to have had the opportunity to get to know and work with so many terrific colleagues and parents and alumni and friends, it's the students, the 800 plus of you, who have defined what this school is about and who will continue to define what Shipley is about. More than anything, I think you know the importance of reaching out and doing the little things to make a difference. It seems appropriate to me that as we're celebrating our 125th, that the Shipley sisters, Miss Spear and others, are looking down with a smile on their face about the school we've become. I quickly tell you an anecdote that will be relevant as you go. When Miss Spear was the headmistress of the school from 1944 to 1965, she believed that schools needed to meet the needs of the students of today, but more importantly, also be concerned about tomorrow. And at the anniversary of her first class, the 50th reunion, an alum came into the room and said, "Miss Spear, you probably don't remember me, but..." Of course, Miss Spear remembered the alum, and the exchange went something like this. Miss Spear said to the alum, "I hope you're still finding a way to support the school." And rightly, the alum said, "But the school has changed so much since I was a student here." Miss Spear said, "Thank God it's changed. If it were the same school, you wouldn't want to have students in it." I'd like to believe that over the past 25 plus years, we've heard Miss Spear's advice and have held on to the traditions that defined the school, and yet continued to evolve in such a way that we're meeting not just the needs of our students of today, but thinking of them for tomorrow and 10 years from now. It's with that in mind that I feel incredibly excited about this time capsule that'll be opened in 25 years. It'll be interesting for people of that time to look back at the school that we were with the same kind of commitment to continue to make a difference in students' lives. Having had the privilege to be part of it for as long as I have, I will be forever grateful to each and every student, colleague, alum, parent, and friend of the school for the difference you have made. And of course, it's very difficult for me to boil down the past 27 years in an easy way. But 25 years ago, there was a new book that came out for children that I believed then, and I had no idea then, believe now, defines what it is we're trying to accomplish as a school. And though it's a 25 or 30-page picture book, you all know what it is. And I'm going to ask you, if you don't mind, if you join me in what will be my final reading in front of our whole school. Mr. McDonald's nice enough to put up on the board the words to A Rainbow of Friends. And I'll leave the space for you to fill in the words. I know our lower school in particular, and perhaps our middle school, maybe even our upper school will remember them. But to do it with pride and think about the little things that have made a difference in your lives to this point, and the things that you think can make a difference in the lives of others to come. So please join me. When we finish this, I'll have one final thing to say, and then I'll ask you to join me in the singing of our school song as we wish the school a happy 125th for the last time as a full school. Here we go. A rainbow of friends is the vision we see when we think about peace and world harmony. Some friends are funny, some friends are stars. Some friends wear clothes that are different from ours. All friends are special and add in some way to the richness of life, how we think, what we say. A rainbow of friends is a dream we can share where everyone's treated with kindness and a friend may be challenged in movement or speech. A friend may be distant or difficult to reach. Still, each friend is given a share of our hearts, so no one feels different, unloved, or a rainbow of friends is a chance for us all to help one another when we stumble or we all have our interests, we all have our views, we all have our strengths and our and though we may wander a bit wide or far, our friends still accept us the way that we are. A rainbow of friends is a bonding together that eases our journey through all kinds of weather. If we work hand in hand, all jobs can be done. If we play as a team, we've already won. Our goals can be reached with the greatest success by trusting that others are doing their best. So reach out with love to the people you meet. Offer a smile to all those you meet. The world is a family whose happiness depends on a circle of caring, a rainbow of So as we prepare to, thank you, as we prepare to sing our school song, I want to reiterate my heartfelt congratulations to the class of 2019. Henry, Frank, all of you for doing such an extraordinary job as leaders. Aishia, Declan, where's Declan? Somewhere. Declan, I know that you, Jerry, and others are going to do a terrific job, and I think you're very fortunate to be working with Mr. Turner. He's going to do an extraordinary job as the head of the school. Most of all, I thank each and every person in the room, my colleagues in particular, parents and family and friends, one last time. As we finish our final all-school assembly of our 125th year, could you do me a favor and give everyone who has ever involved themselves, our music people in particular, but everyone who's had a role in our assemblies and other places, one more round of applause. And now, could we please stand and sing our school song one last time? one sec. So, listen, our seniors are actually finishing their academic careers today. I want to congratulate them and wish the best. I'm going to actually ask you to hang for just 1 minute when the assembly's over, because I need to share something and get your help with something. So the seniors, please. Secondly, of course, we have lots going on between now and the end of the year, so I wish everyone all the best with your hard work and all of the challenges you'll meet. Continue to be resilient, continue to believe in yourselves and each other, and enjoy yourselves. It makes a difference. I'm going to ask at this particular point, as I say happy birthday to Shipley, happy 125th for the last time as a group, I'm going to ask all of our people who are here to be kind enough to make sure we put the chairs next to the wall on both ends when we're done. And I'm going to ask you for the one last time to give an applause to all of the parents and colleagues in the room. Thank you much. All of our lower school will go out this way, our middle school will go out behind, and of course our upper school will go this way. But get seniors for 2 minutes. Thanks. Son is